oh, oh my gosh. Okay. James James just went into full announcer voice and was like telling me like of these points about how great it is to record with microphones, and he hadn't even pushed record yet.
It was a monologue that I had not written out but prepared in my mind, and thank you for stopping me, because I was only thing one of three.
I was like, why are you presenting to me right now? I couldn't understand
and
it.
I kept looking to the camera. Well, here's the thing: is today's the first day we're recording this fan mail piece with microphones, and microphones come with 3 advantages.
I've already heard all this, but it's for you guys. It's for you guys.
And the first is the obvious. Number 1, we sound better.
Yeah, baby.
Your voice is going to be like, I don't think regular YouTube videos can really capture the depth of your voice, but this time we will.
Yeah.
Second thing is they look. They
phallic.
Look really nice.
They look phallic. Just say it.
Well, what it is that it's we have the ability now to like make statements with our wand. It's like a magic wand
and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. And honestly,
that's the advantage, right?
Well, at first I was thinking that one of the advantages would be the fact that we can use this to like emote. Like in an improv scene, I usually tell people to have object work, because if you're cutting carrots...
Why did it take you so long to decide on carrots? What was the other thing you were thinking about?
Well, there was a lot of vegetables next to me, and the carrots seemed like they were the one that were the hardest. And if I'm angry, I'm cutting it one way, and if I'm happy, it's one way. But then I've got this knife, and when I talk to somebody with a knife, you have a lot...
Going?
I'm just saying, with the microphone, we have the ability to...
We're only 2 minutes and 26 seconds into the day, and everything's been pretty smooth up till now. Pretty smooth indeed. Did that fix it?
I think so.
What was it?
So what it is one of the things that makes these microphones so great is that it doesn't need extra power from the board. So if you push the extra power button, it gives 48 volts of power to
Phantom
whatever.
Power is what's
yeah, Phantom Power. I didn't want to... It sounds spookier than it is. So I had Phantom Power on, and apparently I think that maybe I didn't need it, because all the sparks have stopped coming out of the top of my microphone. Could you hear that?
I could hear it, yeah.
I could feel it. It was like...
No.
Yeah.
That's
what do you mean?
Well, I mean, you could feel it?
Yeah, it was like a rumbling in my microphone. It wasn't electrocuting me, but I could feel that there was like sparks shooting off. Luckily, I have this like topper thing on.
Harsh. All right, what are we doing, Jebs?
AdventureBits. Gotcha.
Yeah,
oh man, your fist is outside of the screen.
Oh no, it was in for a little second. It's fine. It.
Well, people aren't going to think that we're really in this library.
Everyone's seen my fist before.
Okay.
You don't think we're in this library?
I think that they think we are.
Yeah,
so I guess I need to bring this thing up here.
All right.
Oh, well, we already have one up that we haven't talked about.
So, let's talk about why we only had one video last week. Let's start there.
Well, there was a lot of really good things that happened. I booked a second commercial. I've been on a hot streak, and I had to join the union. Yeah. And our typical day for recording is Monday. But I had to be at Ontario, California at 5 a.m.
Canada.
No, California. It seemed like it might as well have been the same distance. I had to leave my house at 3:30 a.m. to get just there on time. And I was so worried that day. Had I slept until 5 a.m., and they found out that I wasn't there at 5 a.m. because I had slept in, and that's the first they were going to call me. At 5 a.m. to get to Ontario, California, it takes like 3 hours. At 3:30 a.m., it only takes an hour and a half.
Oh, my God.
But that's LA traffic for you.
Yeah, it's bad.
And they said, oh, it's early, but good news is you'll be out by noon. So I told Morgan, I said, well, if I'm out by noon, I should be home by 4. And
I knew that wasn't going to happen.
Well, I'm going to get paid pretty good, because I went into overtime. Starting at 1 p.m., it was overtime, and I didn't leave until 6 p.m. And... So Monday was a wash. We couldn't get together Monday. Tuesday, I teach at night. Morgan works during the day. Can't get together. Wednesday, it seemed like the stars had aligned. Zach was in town. Morgan was going to get off of work, and we came to record some videos. But it occurred to me that maybe we probably couldn't get through all 3 of those videos. It might not
be very efficient. Well, we had a short window of time as well.
A short window of time.
Yeah.
We were having so much fun.
Yes. That was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. Zach's a hoot.
Yeah, Zach is a hoot.
If you didn't watch that video, go back and watch that video.
Oh, and on Gamefront, actually, I never told Danny that I sent it there, but we made a video of Platoons, which is one of the greatest games of all times.
Oh my God. It's a real knee slapper.
And I haven't put up the video of us playing Move or Die, which I need to edit up really quick. It shouldn't be hard to edit. There's only 13 minutes, though. You guys were like... We were real over it. So James puts us... Well, you'll see the video. They'll see it. We can save something for the... Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. It's great.
So when Gibbons plays, says Zach is back again. Zach is back. Zach is back. Zach is back.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends.
Yeah.
That's what he's referring to. And yeah, it was fun. I got to hang out with Zach a few times. And Mitch, while I wanted to invite him over...
What's that
Did
noise?
You hear that?
Yeah.
Is that from us?
No, it's from outside.
That's from outside.
Okay.
Actually, I think there might be a comment about Mitch later, so maybe I'll wait to say it.
Yeah, we will absolutely have Mitch back as soon as possible because he's back in the LA area, yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, kind of. We'll get to it.
Okay.
Oops.
Oh my gosh.
Ah!
Oh my gosh, James!
For some reason, in order to go forwards, you've got to push the back button.
Because he set the hotkeys incorrectly. All right, original steel dude. Oh man, Zach is back. That's awesome. Maybe next time you could bring Mitch along. Oh. Also, I wonder what the phase? It should be phrase, but it's phase. Soft launch means for us. Both Daughters of Ash and Prepare to Die Again mods work with DS Remastered, but you have to play offline. Boo.
Well, actually, I wouldn't mind playing offline. I got murdered like 2 times in a row at the same spot by somebody just waiting at the beginning area for people. Way to be a team player. I guess you don't have to be a team player. So Mitch was in Chicago while we were here. And I gave him a lot of advice on things to do in Chicago, but I didn't.
Eat a pizza.
And he did a lot of clicking the like button, but he didn't really show any pictures of him eating Lou Malnati's pizza. He didn't send ticket stubs of the Second City show he saw. So I don't know if he did the things I said he should.
I would love to do a James Heaney Chicago tour. Will you take me to Chicago?
Oh my God, I would love to take you to Chicago.
That would be great. Yeah, I've never really done Chicago.
Oh, it is the greatest city on earth.
No, it could only possibly be the 3rd greatest city on earth.
What would be the first 2?
Los Angeles, Miami, and then Chicago.
No, I'm sorry. Both of those are great cities, but the answer is Chicago, Los Angeles, Seattle, Portland,
oh my
Vegas.
Wait, what? Where is Miami on that list?
It's top 10. It's top 10.
No, Miami
Nashville,
is pure joy.
What?
Miami's pure joy. It's just a bundle of fun.
It's a lot of fun, but it's not above Nashville as best city.
I love the vibe. I love the food. I love drinking coffee at every meal.
Yeah.
I love the hipster scene. I love the art scene. I love the Keys. I love Joey's family. All that stuff.
Do you want to hear the really nasty thing
about Miami?
Well, no, Miami. It's a pretty good place, but it's number 8 on the list, which is a solid number. There's a lot of cities in the country.
It's ranked above New York, though, right?
Oh gosh, I hadn't even thought about New York.
Yeah, because it's trash. Sorry, New York.
It's not trash.
Yeah, New York is trash.
It's like probably top.
Come at me.
I think it makes top 10.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's 10.
I don't like the vibe in New York.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's not bad.
If you walk around on the street, like you don't feel like welcomed and like enjoyed. Like people don't enjoy you being there.
How much time did you spend in New York?
A couple of days.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
but,
I mean that's not quite enough time because really the thing about New York
like,
is what makes New York good, and I think it's on the top 10.
Wall Street makes it good.
It makes it great. It's where you got to support it. If New York doesn't have a bunch of money, then how is it going to trickle down to the rest of the country? No, it's a giant city, and it in itself is pretty cool actually, but there's little sub hubs of the city, so each area, like I would say Times Square feels like a little city in itself. It's very different from other areas in New York. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it on the top 10, but definitely Chicago, Los Angeles, Seattle, Portland, San Francisco.
San Francisco makes the list? I do not.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Let's move on because you're right. San Francisco is awful. San Francisco is awful. I don't know why it made the list. It does
How
not
could
make
it,
the
it's
list.
just that you're just naming cities at this point.
I was just trying to prove I was smart. I'm gonna name a bunch of cities.
Oh my!
So here's the nasty reason I didn't get Mitch over here last week. Nasty. I was afraid. He just got back from Japan.
Oh my! Are you serious?
Only half serious. Only half serious. I am just trying to be calm in this age, and if he was to come over and he was coughing or sniffling, I would then have to tell him to leave, and I would never tell a friend to leave. And when you were on your way here this morning, I couldn't tell when you talked to me whether you had a cold.
I don't have a cold, but I had a long weekend, so I don't know if I'm.
You went to a rave.
I went. Yeah, I went.
You know how many people had the coronavirus there?
At least 12.
Probably.
Yeah.
And
I went to a rave. I went and saw Nightmare on the Portal Tour, which was I've never been to.
Wait,
something
what
like
is
that before.
Nightmare on the Portal Tour?
Nightmare is the DJ. He's like the headlining DJ on the Portal Tour.
Okay, I'm not into raves.
It's sick. We should splice in a little video from it. It was insane.
I've never been to a rave.
It was wild. Like if I was now that I've been, I know what to do because like
drugs. Is it drugs? Is that
no?
the
I wouldn't
answer?
do drugs. I would like pregame. I would get like a little buzzed or maybe slightly drunk because you stay in there for like 6 hours. And I would get slightly drunk, and then I would just go in there and then dance until I physically couldn't dance anymore, and then I would just go home.
Mm-hmm.
And I would wear something like lighter. I had a jacket on. It was rough.
But it looked cool. I saw pictures of you. That jacket. I mean, sometimes and I've never been to a rave, but if I did go to a rave, I would be wearing some clothes that looked as badass as that jacket.
Oh, I had like 6 people walk up to me and be like, "Oh, it's a really nice jacket."
Oh my god, that's one of the coolest jackets I've ever seen. Where'd you get that thing?
My aunt got it for me for Christmas.
It's
I'm a little baby boy.
Yeah, it's a nice jacket. I've never seen one even remotely like it.
Yeah, I love it. And then Saturday night, I went to a birthday party that included a day drinking brunch, a party bus to then go to Palos Verdes to a resort, and then drinks at dinner and drinks on the party bus, and then drinks back to where I was staying. So I was drunk all day yesterday.
God, it must be great to be in your 20s still.
I know, my body hurts. So I don't know if I'm getting sick or if my body is just sick of me.
I mean, everybody's getting sick. I've taken 2 flights going through Los Angeles where I think they've had 3 screeners get it. We're probably all going to get it.
That buzz is us. From the board.
From the board?
Yeah. Right? You don't hear that? Oh, it's outside. It's outside. It sounded like it was coming through the board at me.
I thought so too.
There's always going to be construction from now until the end of time in James's neighborhood.
But at least the walls aren't shaking.
Yeah,
there was times where people would be just pounding the walls till flakes of things were coming off. There's signs on the front that says this building has stuff that causes cancer and things, and you know what that stuff is? It's the
lead
paint.
In the paint.
It's the lead in the paint. But when they did the construction, I would wake up with like paint chips on my face.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, I slept in pretty late, but they were starting before
with your mouth fully open.
Yeah, I don't understand.
It's
I'm gonna harsh, but let's get to this.
There's a second reply to this from Isaac Sims. I'm also curious about the soft launch terminology and what it means for future of bits. What does the term soft launch mean? We never.
Well, it means that we have a goal.
Yeah,
and we have an overseer of sorts. I don't want to get too far into the overseer, but let's just say in Lord of the Rings, there's the Eye of Saruman, and you can Sauron.
The Eye of Saruman.
The Eye, and like you can run for so long, but he catches up with you. And we've made.
He actually doesn't move. He doesn't move at all.
In the Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, the eye just
the eye doesn't move, but that's because he's looking through the eye everywhere.
It's standing like I think they're wraiths out against people.
Yeah,
and the Orca.
But eventually he moves. He's the big guy.
He doesn't.
Nonetheless, we've made a deal with the eye, and eventually we're going to have to come to terms with some things that we've agreed to do.
Yeah.
Can we say what the thing is?
No.
We can't say what it is.
Yeah.
So the soft launch is that technically, as long as we don't begin the thing that we said we do,
then we're still in a soft launch phase. Yeah, we can do whatever we want. We're just in a soft launch phase. Don't worry, we'll get to it.
But once the hard launch comes, we're going to be held accountable.
You are going to be surprised by the hard launch.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. So yeah, that's about as much as we can really say about it.
Yeah, we do have I've been talking with our marketing guy. We have a guy, and he essentially said,
that's what happens when you have an eye.
Yeah.
Then you got a marketing guy too.
We have a marketing guy, and he essentially said that you and me need to sit down and do a business plan and set some like actual numbers goals before we even start marketing. So
sounds like this guy's working with the eye.
Yeah, everyone wants us to succeed.
I mean, it's great. I'm super excited. And actually, it's only like we want to take the next step. We're ready for the next step.
Yeah.
In fact, when I was on tour, I can't talk about it too much, but I prepared for just knowing the lore of this next step. I don't know.
What does that mean?
It means I beat part 1 of a game, and we're playing part 2 of a game. I didn't beat it.
That's interesting.
I didn't beat it, but
teaser.
I am like so close to the end of it.
Ooh.
So I guess if you're following me on Steam and like paying attention to don't bother.
Everyone's gonna know.
Don't look.
All right,
Surprise
next one.
yourself. Next one.
Hotkeys, baby. Hotkeys.
James Zacharias. Love to see this group together. Also love the random tangents.
Yeah, we had a couple random tangents last time.
I think that's what we're kind of known for.
Yeah, just let it fly.
Let it fly. All right. I think
next.
So you're trying. I was just thinking to myself, maybe this person would like another random tangent.
No, I don't think they do.
Okay,
we can't.
fine,
it
fine,
needs to be natural. You can't just force a random tangent in there.
Oh, randomly, I've got an idea.
Oh, is it carrots?
It's this next comment. Carrots. Yeah. That was a pretty good tangent, though. Oh boy, this didn't just go off the rails. This tore the rails up, ground them into dust, and snorted them through a $100 bill and sneezed them into an erupting volcano.
A corrupting
which
volcano.
Is a corrupting.
We had a corrupting volcano
yeah, it was
on the couch with us.
Yeah, drinking.
Just to me,
I think this thing was sparking again.
Oh my gosh!
It could just be me.
All right, you're scaring me. All right, James and I are sweet little angel baby boys. Right, we could say that.
Zach's a bad influence.
He's a bad influence.
He made me drink alcohol that day.
Yeah, I only drank water.
You did.
But
I'm proud of you.
There was a vibe, there was an energy, and it led us down some dark paths.
Yeah.
So, but it was fun. So I'll do it again.
I might do it again. He's gonna be here for.
He might.
I might do it again. He's actually still kind of in town, but I'm leaving town pretty soon. I think that we're gonna have an overlap of one day when I get back from Florida.
Okay. James Zacharias again. Loved it. Jabs.
Isaac Sims.
Oh yeah, that's interesting about the Fallout guy having the same name as me. I wasn't being clever. I was just born with it. Lol.
Okay. 3 things come to mind. I don't know the third one yet, but I've got the first 2 questions. 3? It's the rule of 3, constant improv. A, have you ever
Why
played...
isn't it 1? The rules of 3, A, B, and C. This is a nightmare.
Have you played Fallout 3? And if you have, how did you notice or did you not notice that Isaac Sims is the sheriff in Megaton? Number 2, are you a sheriff? And how many overlaps do you have in your life with Isaac Sims from Fallout 3? And finally, and I'm winging this one.
This is 4.
Is
this
anybody...
is 4 things.
Oh, I'm going to stop.
I mean, the last one was just like a general, like, do you know anything about Isaac Sims, and are you guys the same person?
Well, yeah, is there overlap?
Which way are you going to push it?
The right way.
All right. Alexander, I thoroughly enjoy these fan mail videos. Keep up the good work. I love these fan mail videos.
Yeah, these are like probably my favorite part of the week.
Yeah, I look forward to them. And I think we'll keep doing them, I guess.
Might as well.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, you know what I just realized?
What's that?
There's a second camera being fed into this video.
Do we need to go to it?
No, we don't.
Okay, let's not.
But in the top corner, that is my Logitech camera going at the same time, and it's just recording.
Can you delete it real quick?
That was what I was gonna do, but I put it back down.
Oh yeah, just don't mess with it. Don't mess with it. This is gonna end terribly. This is gonna wreck the whole video.
You're gonna use your chest.
No, James, just let it go. Oh my god!
It's not distracting anybody else, is it?
Nobody even noticed until you said that. I just thought it was a cutoff in the books. Because look, the books are even like they're not straight. There's like one book is a little bit farther.
But now you know what I'm saying, right? Especially because if I shake, it kind of shakes the camera.
Well, it's too late.
It's too late.
It's too late.
It's too late, baby. It's too late. Okay, so who is that dashing boomer biker guest you guys had on?
Is he a boomer? How old is he?
He's younger than I am.
He's a baby boomer, though. Through and through.
Probably. I think that actually, now that I think about it, we could totally make a comedy series where you and Zach are like biker buddies.
That would be
You guys
amazing.
both look like biker dudes.
I would do that.
Would you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Gosh, it's just such a hard commute for him to come in for our sketch comedy.
Just once a week he'll come in and we'll record some stuff. It'll be fun.
You guys both look like bikers.
Yeah, that would be fun. I would do that.
And you could wear that jacket. That jacket looks like the vegan version of a biker jacket. Vegans don't wear leather, do they?
No.
Yeah. So would you agree that looks like the vegan friendly biker jacket, or is there a more?
It looks more like a patchwork punk jacket.
It does look like punk, but there's something a little bit more fancy about it.
Yeah, I mean it's made by like a streetwear brand. Mm. All right, so this is extended from this comment. This was a very long comment. So and the following is probably a futile attempt given James's awful memory. But I will try and be as descriptive as possible since you asked if it was true that I went to see Bear Supply. We went, myself and my friend from New Zealand, to see the show. We had gone for Anime Expo, which is usually in July, but we made sure we included Bear Supply on our itinerary, and we were not disappointed. It was far and away the most fun part of our trip, according to my friend, over all of Anime Expo, which is very fun.
Well, expos, like, they're fun and they're good experiences and great collector moments, but they're hard work. Even if you're going as an attendee, it's tolling to go to an Anime Expo.
You just wear a cosplay, eat French fries, and walk around and look at stuff.
Now, I don't have problems with groups of people.
Why does it? What?
I don't mean like specific groups of people, just large numbers of people. I don't have social anxiety or anything, but when I went to San Diego Comic-Con, there was so many people that it was shoulder to shoulder. I thought there was going to be a riot right next to me. And whenever I go to the more popular the expo, the more it's just, there's a certain, I don't know what to say about it. It's not groups of people, but it's that big of a group of people.
How dark do we want to go right now?
I mean, I think last week we broke
really
through a barrier. There is no holds barred, Morgan.
There's an interesting scientific study about crushing events in large groups of people. And a lot of times that people aren't getting trampled, they get the crowd will pressurize against a wall or something, and people they suffocate because they get so crushed that they can't get a breath of air. So it's interesting to watch the models that they put together to try to prevent that from happening, to leave
to prevent people from getting crushed against the walls.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because once panic ensues in a crowd, that's it. There needs to be essentially release valves that you can people can go on, and
the walls just blow out and
you have proper exits and the flow of people. It's a whole science about how to herd human beings. It's interesting.
It is interesting. But some of the problem in San Diego Comic-Con is that it was so crowded outdoors. We would be trying to cross. Have you been to that?
No.
It was so crowded we were trying to cross the street, but the street was so full that there was no more like the outdoors was full.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
But yeah, how do you get an expanded outdoor area? There's no release valve there.
Yeah, they could like split them so that you have to walk around certain things or do different.
Oh yeah, that's
like
true.
Yeah,
I guess you're right.
There's a sense. It's interesting. You should look it up.
I think I might.
On a sad afternoon.
Crushing events.
There's more to this comment. It keeps going.
I don't recall the precise subject matter of the show itself, but an audience member, maybe he was a plant. I don't know.
Well, first, we would never do that.
Well, first of all,
and why?
God, it's one of my favorite things when people think improv is like planned, because I am so proud of the improv we do that if I was even able to write something like that, I would write stuff like that all the time.
Yeah.
But instead, the only way I can execute it is if I'm making it up on the spot.
Yeah.
If we took that same show and tried to rehearse it for months, it would never be as good as
Especially
it was.
if we did it, it would be bad.
Oh my God, it would be
bad.
so bad.
Yeah.
So we would never put a plant out there. There is no good suggestion. There is no I think the one thing I don't like is suggestions of food, just because you've got to jump A to C so fast.
Yeah.
But even a food suggestion, like
there's some common ones too, like I would say like blender, dildo.
Oh yeah, everybody wants to shout that out.
Yeah.
And it is, it's hilarious the first time.
Is it?
I don't remember the first time I heard it, but my guess is it was in high school, and it was pretty funny at the time. So,
pro tip, if you're like taking a date to watch an improv show, don't be the dude that yells dildo, because every improviser in the room will hate you.
Yeah. You'll be forgiven, but we won't take that suggestion.
I have a list of everyone who's ever said it in
Have
the
we
audience.
ever taken that as a suggestion?
Yeah.
I think we have.
I know I've done it on the Cobranauts for sure.
Yeah. I think every team has their dildo show.
Yeah. It's what you do with it, really.
And you don't recall the subject matter, but the truth is that there probably wasn't a subject matter.
Where were you? And then you guys got to work piggybacking off the suggestion. I remember James trying to walk on top of some chairs, but he nearly fell twice. So Joey Greer instituted a rule that James wasn't allowed to move on the chairs and had him only stand on them. That's terrifying. I think I remember that because you were trying to use the backs to like lift them up, but there's like a gap, so his foot would go up, and then the chair would like hit guillotine out or pivot out or whatever.
Well, I thought that I had it. It was a good thing Joey caught
it
me.
Was terrifying.
But like I'd pick up my foot with my foot in between where the back and the seat of the chair is, like Morgan's saying, and I'd use it to kind of flick it out forward and then set it down because I was trying to be a giant.
Did you think that I didn't describe that well enough?
Actually,
you just re-described exactly what I just described.
I guess that's what it feels like to be mansplained to.
Yeah, what the hell? You just said what I said, but just in your words.
Yeah, my words are pretty good though. All right, so let's go.
There's more. It continues on. Which way are you gonna go? Prior to the show, we saw James briefly, Morgan briefly as well, and he looked like he had put on some weight. This was the summer of 2017. Yeah, I was in a lot of hot dog eating contests during that time.
Vegan hot dogs. You wouldn't think that it would make you gain weight.
Yeah, but it does. You eat a lot of them. Yeah, I guess sometimes I get fat. It's okay. I like it.
And then there were several descriptions here of describing somebody.
No, I didn't even read this.
Well, the thing is that here's the truth: I don't think this is a malicious comment, but it's a great opportunity to say, first off, the society takes it as little person being the correct word.
Correct.
What?
That's correct.
That's correct. But the truth is, that was doing the electric sparks again. But it doesn't happen all the time. The good thing is
God about to smite us.
The truth is I know when it's happening because I can feel it.
Terrifying.
So it's also, if possible, maybe not the best way to describe a person. Now, this scenario here I think is okay. But if you're like, it's just, I was with this person, Danny, one time when somebody was being like, well, what do you want us to call you? And the answer is just like, you don't really need a word to call me. You can just say that I'm Danny, and explain this person as many other things, which I'm not trying to get on a soapbox and preach, and this person I'm certain is not trying to be offensive.
Yeah.
They're looking for the right word. The right word is little person, but typically probably just don't need to.
Yeah, I think you did good.
Oh,
you did good with your words.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
I think a lot about this stuff.
Yeah. Sean was really nice and actually stopped and chatted with us after being introduced by James. And just there's another little point. Sean is spelled C-H-A-U-N.
C-H?
Yeah, C-H. Sean.
Your words are not working.
Drunk. S-H. Or how does it go? S-H-U-A-N.
You don't even know.
I was trying to help.
You know what? I am helping. You're trying to help. Let me help you by saying, figure it out first, and then start offering help.
All right. How would I spell Sean?
You look like you're drowning. You're letting me.
All right, so I'm not good at spelling or eating the right foods.
So I'm not going to hire you as a tutor or a trainer.
Yeah.
Actually, you'd probably be pretty good at training.
Yeah, I would. No. We would just hang out and play video games.
I love that kind of training. I'd pay for that. All right.
All right, and this is the end of it.
After the show, James took us to a bar and talked about how anybody can be an improv comedian. He distributed business cards.
This is
that
horrifying.
Sounds just
this
like
sounds
me.
Terrible. This is my nightmare.
All it takes is a little bit of know-how and a lot of guts. Joining us at the table were two seemingly random devotees of Santa Monica nightlife. And one of them drank my drink when I stepped away momentarily to go to the bathroom. Oh.
What is happening?
And then we just chatted for a while. We had to catch our bus back to LA. Okay.
That's fun. And then these are the replies.
Yeah, so let me just say this. I have a business card, and I give it away. I wasn't trying to get you guys to take classes from me. You live somewhere else.
Seems like you were. I feel
all
like
you need is a little bit of guts, kid.
when he was describing that, I feel like I've watched you have that conversation with somebody before.
Yeah.
And then the business cards come out.
The business cards come out to people that that I want to have. It's just my headshot and it's my social media stuff. And my new one has my phone number on it, which a lot of people think is a bad idea. But you know what? I'm not constantly avoiding calls from people I've given it to. In fact, no one's ever called me that I've given my business card to.
Yeah.
But the conversation is that people will say like, oh, like improv, it seems so hard. I couldn't get up there and do it. And we actually had this conversation earlier today. I really do believe anybody could do it. It's just a matter of doing it over and over until you're no longer nervous about being on stage.
Yeah.
And the less you're trying to be funny and the more you're trying to be present and listen to your scene partner, take whatever they're saying, make it a reality. Well, that's all it takes. That's not hard. Anybody can do it.
Yeah, idiots.
Idiots, get up there and do some gosh darn improv.
Sounds like you're mad at them.
Well, I want
Is that just passion?
I think it's passion. It's improv it changed my life. It makes me feel so good. It's my yoga. So it really is.
It's not as healthy.
It's not as healthy.
Maybe mentally more healthy, but not physically.
Yeah, I don't think it's healthy mentally either. I definitely have a lot of characters going on in my head.
Oh no!
But is it fun? Sure.
Yeah, it's very fun. Next. And then James pipes in. James is not a very often commenter, so I was very surprised to see that you had commented. And he says, I remember now.
I do remember, because it's only happened like 3 times ever. So just giving me that explanation, I do remember. I think I was texting this at like 4 in the morning or something. I was on my way to Utah when I saw this comment.
I will not be able to remember it unless I see this person's face. There's no way that I would like.
Even though it's probably one of the very few people we went out to a bar with. It's only happened, I think,
it doesn't
twice.
Sound like I went
maybe
to the
3
bar.
times. Oh, maybe you didn't go to the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's the end.
What was the last one? Oh yeah, yay! No hate, but I'm honestly shocked. You remember that? Thanks for all the laughs in the videos and in person. Yeah. That's it. We did another fan mail video. How did that feel?
It was great. I'm really excited. It's pretty early today because today I'm going to be on the podcast, The Daily Zeitgeist.
Oh, cool.
Which is pretty exciting. It's I think the most popular show in the iHeartRadio network. It's daily news. So I don't know. There might be something wrong with this microphone.
You,
The good thing
you're
is-
afraid?
Well, I've felt it a couple times where it's just like, and it's
Oh
like not
my
this,
gosh.
which is so weird because how does a microphone, if it makes that sound, it must have a speaker, right? It must have a speaker in it if it's making sound.
Well, I mean, it's just electricity just surging out through the air and cracking it with
Yeah,
a whip.
that is what it sounds like, little crackles. It's weird.
All right. AdventureBits.